Here is a 2024 BMW M4 Competition X-Drive in frozen purple over the two-tone. So it's an orange and black full leather. This is beyond the sweet spot because when you're considering a 0 to 60 at 3.4 seconds, which is nearly a second quicker than the standard M4, but comparing this against an M8 Competition, about 0.4 seconds. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm going to go over the pros and cons, comparable rivals, and the problem that I have with the M4, starting off with nearly 5 inches of clearance, full LED headlights and daytime runnings with BMW laser that integrates into the kidney grille gloss black elements, is going to highlight all of the air inlets, even on the lower trim, front and rear parking sensors. And when we're talking about comparable rivals like Audi, Mercedes, even Porsche, all of which are going to be a more expensive example than what's housed underneath this hood. That's a 3.0 liter BMW M-powered turbo, producing 503 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque paired to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, it's not going to sip fuel, and I wouldn't expect this to. It's going to achieve 16 mpgs for the city and 22 mpgs for the highway, which is not bad. Considering a top speed with this staggered wheel setup goes up to 180 miles per hour. And we have a 275, 35, 19 in the front. 285, 30, 20 out back. Blue brake calipers housing 6 pistons in the front, vented, slotted. This is ready for full performance. M rear differential, adaptive M suspension. When I'm thinking about the rivals, whether it's Audi, Porsche, or Mercedes, this is going to have the most bang for your buck in the 0 to 60. Plus more performance in horsepower and torque than Audi. When you're looking at the new Mercedes, it's going to be an all-new variant for a 4-cylinder turbo engine. Now, it is handcrafted, and it does have quite a bit of power, and the 0 to 60 is a couple of tenths of a second quicker. But then when I'm thinking price, this is under $100,000, in which the C63 is going to be over that. When you get into the competition package for the RS, that's only going to lower the ride. It's going to take out some of the sound deadening. It's not going to do anything for actual performance, but when you go competition with BMW, it does. Carbon fiber roofline, that's going to help with a lower center of gravity. In the rear is going to have the most aggressive exit. With the quad exhaust tips, gloss black elements going to surround it with the diffuser. Optioning that carbon fiber package will give you the carbon fiber that is going to be on the diffuser and on the trunk lid spoiler and LED taillights. And going against the Porsche 911 Carrera GTS, which is over 150 grand, it's only going to be 0.2 seconds quicker than this. So it tells you what kind of deal you're getting with full performance and a near 50-50 weight distribution. Power trunk lid going into 12 cubic feet of storage with a couple of storage nooks, one on each side. Bag holders, split fold the rear bench in the back, and that's going to increase the cargo to the M4 Competition. But that's not why you buy this vehicle. You buy it for performance. Let's go inside, start it up so you can hear that exhaust noise. Way power seat adjustment, heated, ventilated seats. The M4 badging will illuminate with the black and orange, manual cushion extensions, memory for the driver. Headroom and leg room. The M4 is going to be very sporty, but it has enough width in the footwell area, especially for the passenger as well, because typically what happens with these sports cars is you'll lose it here in the footwell. You don't have that in BMW. The dashboard sets with the carbon fiber and the ambient lighting that goes into the air vents with the satin aluminum. BMW's Curve, 1 panel, 2 screens, and a heads-up display that you can also configure. Starting with the 14.9 touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio, Amazon Alexa. Put it into reverse with a 360-degree reverse camera, full trajectory for the front and the rear. And you have the 3D view, which you can simply click on the buttons. You can use the iDrive 8.5. You can also click here for the car wash, which will show trajectory for the front. Dual climate control settings. Open up the carbon fiber to a wireless charging pad, the digital key for BMW, and the key fob for the M4 Competition. USB ports, 12 volt, carbon fiber comes around. You get a gear lever instead of a rocker with the M badging, gloss black surrounding the iDrive, and the driver mode select, which you have M modes, which is pretty cool because you can just do it for road or sport. You have M1 and M2 on the steering wheel, which when you change this, you can configure it to make it as sporty as you like. And you also have the active exhaust note. It's going to be a little bit more soft, even though it's a sports car that opens up with a USB port, leather wrap, 3-spoke steering wheel. It's heated with the carbon fiber. And you get the carbon fiber for the paddle shifts. 12.3 digital reader that can go through an array of different content in the center. And the heads-up display can also be configured. Harman Kardon and the door panels brush into the dashboard. It's going to be more sporty up top, ambient lighting, and it's a little bit more sporty for your arms to rest. One touch up and down for the windows, and a large storage pocket with the beverage holder carved out, with a storage pocket for the driver, auto dimming rear view mirror. Going into the back, it's going to electronically move forward to fit 2 more occupants in the coupe. You receive your 3rd climate control, storage in the side with armrests, no storage behind any of the front seats. Headroom, it's actually doable for somebody that's over 6 foot tall, and legroom is actually still pretty good considering this is a coupe. 3.4 seconds is pretty freaking crazy with 503 horsepower. Look at this. In a near 50-50 weight distribution, but we have tire shine, so we're going to go a little slower. Oh God, this is lovely. Oh, I wish we didn't have tire shine. It's insane the performance that you're getting. Unfortunately, we're going to have to slow down a little bit, but we're going to pick that right back up here. I'm going to show you that 0 to 60 yet again. It's a symphony, man, that thing just goes nuts. Fun vehicle, it ticks the box. Everyday use, I could do it. Dynamically speaking, it's good. A lot of pros here, look at this exit. You're gonna catch up to traffic fast while you're basically driving to go onto the track. It's going to take me to some pros and cons. Starting off with the cons is it gets 0 to 60 so damn quick that it's hard to really enjoy it on roads like this with everyday vehicles. But the pro to it is it gets it so damn quick that if you need to pass anybody, you can do it. And you can just get in and out really easy. Just hugs the road. But now, on a serious note, the pros to the vehicle, this is the sweet spot for BMW because you're getting so much performance in a 0 to 60 plus the horsepower. I know it's only 30 horsepower or more, but when you're talking a near second 0 to 60 quicker than the standard M4, that's insane. Plus, you're not spending $100 grand on this example that I'm showing today if you're looking for a coupe. I personally like the convertible the best. It's questionable on the color, but it does pop because you're not going to see this frozen purple metallic everywhere. The interior, I'm all right with the two-tone, this orange and black, but I can see people saying I don't like it because it's a little bit loud. As for comfort, you can drive this every day, even though you have the adaptive M suspension and it's a little bit more rigid in the drive. For sound deadening, it's not going to be the most quiet. Leave the active exhaust note on. The iDrive 8.5 interface is pretty simple to use once you get the hang of it, obviously, because there's a touch of a learning curve. You don't have to do any seat settings through it. It's going to obviously be more bumpy. I'm expecting that because this is a true M vehicle. And because I like the M8 Competition so much also, just throwing it out there, it's around 0.4 seconds to 0.5 seconds quicker in a 0 to 60. You can buy his and her M4 Competition. That's why I actually like this variant the best. Now the cons to it, once you feature this up with the AR for the gauge cluster, which will show the camera in front of the driver so you can see, when you get the Vodoneska leather, you get drop top, it starts making the vehicle go up in price, in which this will tip up to about $102,000 to $105,000. It's still, however, the best featured up vehicle in its class, because Mercedes is going to start over $100,000 when you go to the C63E, and when you go into the RS, add that competition package, it's 15 grand. It's not doing anything to the actual performance underneath the hood of the vehicle. But when you go competition here, you're getting actual value in the performance line, especially because when you're thinking about taking a vehicle on the track, because you're at that price point that you want to do that, you can do that with this. Oil changes, 250 bucks. You're not going to get that with a Porsche, and you're going to have to spend 150 grand for a 911 GT to get something faster than this. I just love that exhaust note that filters in. And on a daily drive, I mean, when you're going over imperfections, you will feel it. It's a staggered setup, so you're going to expect that. But it's smooth. I would like to see power cushion extensions, because I'm at that price point that I think that manual cushion extensions should not be implemented, and I would like to see memory seats standard for the passenger. For the back seat, I'm not really expecting a lot of space, and if you're needing more room, you go to the M440i Grand Coupe, which is the fastest in its class, and you get a lot more leg room, and it's a 4-door, so you have more or less a fastback, but it's a Grand Coupe, so it looks aggressive. But when you're wanting that raw performance, you want to go to the M4 Competition to unlock everything, so you get this. It's intoxicating the drive you get, especially considering the value that it boasts. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like, and I'd like to thank BMW of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2024 BMW M4 Competition for our car review.